Hello, everyone. Welcome. We are live. It is another live watch party. The summer is coming to an end. I think it ends on the 20th or so. So it is the end. Melissa's here. Thank you. Hope you're having a wonderful night. Cobra Kai Underground. I don't recognize you. Have you been here before, Underground? Thank you for coming in. NASA Canes fan, John. Bonsai. Watching the NFL football game. Yes. NFL season. My biggest competitor. Our football games. Saints Row. Cobra Kai World. Coming in. Thank you very much. Did football game during watch parties? Yes, that is true. And NASA Canes fan there is a channel member, which is why he's in green, like Melissa. Guys, I think we'll have our channel meetup probably this Saturday. Let's do it. For September. Let's do September. Let's do it this Saturday. Show you some things, run some things by. But I would be looking forward to that one for the channel members. Wait till basketball starts. Yeah, basketball. I like that. I haven't watched basketball in a long time, but you got work tomorrow, Melissa? That is okay. I understand. Yeah, I'm still not even convinced about if this is the best time for these, but you're right. Blue Biddies, Jamie and Jenny get married and have kids. I haven't seen it, but yeah, probably that wouldn't happen in the next one, right? He just finished college. It's not that kind of movie. Oh, yes, deleted scenes of season 5. I saw at least some of them. I didn't get the DVD, but some of them got uploaded to YouTube. You know, I just even the morning it came out, I know Amy had made a post on Twitter. She said, you know, she liked seeing them, but there was like nothing special. Which, from what I saw, was also the impression I got. Like, to be honest with you, I already forgot about it. I mean, I watched some of them, and it was like some stuff. Yeah, what was it? Like stuff with Stingray, just like longer scenes, scenes that you really didn't need, like where they were going into the dojo. Sensei Kim is like tells Big Red, stay here, don't let anyone in. Like it's cool to see her come up on a motorcycle, but the scene wasn't really needed. It's good editing. The thing is, if you have good editing, your deleted scenes aren't very interesting. It's kind of like the reality of it. You're just like, yeah, I see why that was deleted. That makes sense. I just there's some people out there just in the fandom, for whatever their reaction is always, oh my God, I love that. I wish they kept it all. Don't delete any of those, but that's never my reaction. Usually my reaction is, yeah, I see why they took that out. That makes sense. Are you gamer for the 80s? Atari re-releasing the 2016? If you have it's compatible. Interesting. No, I never owned an Atari. I actually got a gift from my girlfriend for Christmas of like a handheld, and I think it was a lot of Atari games. And like it was weird because some of the games like they just like imported everything, and some of them like didn't make sense in like the handheld format or something, or like you needed the instruction book or something like to know what to do. I a couple of them weren't that good. Like some of it was fun, but then some of it was like frustrating. It was like for like a Christmas gift, dude. Like you wish it had been better. Like, it was there in some ways, but like there was a lot that was kind of left to be desired. Um Cobra Kai Tag. Thank you for coming in. I admit I don't recognize your name. But thank you for coming on in. Monday night, guys. Cobra Kai talk and everything. Emmett asks, do you think Terry Silver is going to be redeemed in 6 because Kreese got his head in season 4? No. No, I think Terry Silver had his redemption already. And he was there at season 4, but he fell back in. So I don't see a redeem for Terry Silver. The Sam and Anthony deleted scene. I remember it, but I don't remember what they said. Let me see if I can Oh, it was when they were going into the dojo, right? And she's like, "Oh, you don't have to go." Like it was like okay, but like it wasn't. I guess you would say it was like a nice moment between them, but yeah, yeah. It's like it's okay, but like in the end, it's not totally needed. And keep in mind that that last episode was already like really long. Like, sometimes you're just like dealing with like an episode that's already running really, really long. So you got to lose some stuff. Zapka, Yuji, and Tig, Sean Kanan be good candidates to fight Keanu Reeves in the John Wick movie. I mean, sure. Like all of them in one movie. It's like John Wick versus the Miyagi verse or something. Tori and Devin. Yeah. The Tori Devin was probably a good one. Just saw a little bit more going on. Yeah. But most of them are justified being deleted. Correct. Yeah. Cool. Nothing special. Yeah, I didn't think you were gonna get an extended fight scene. Usually, like if a fight's getting cut down, like they're gonna do it before they shoot it. Like I don't like even if there was like a little bit more, that they edited around, it probably wasn't gonna show up. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. Melissa, sometimes it's kind of weird. You don't know what deleted scenes they're gonna put in there. Like at least from what I saw, most of the deleted scenes are like from the last couple episodes. Definitely all like there's a little bit there from episode 4. But either over half this season didn't have any deleted scenes at all, or they didn't put everything in the DVD. And I'll tell you that there's a scene we know about, but never, maybe I'll make a video on this, the lost scene or something. Because so there's a scene from season 2 that we know about because Mary talked about it, shooting it. There was another scene between Sam and Tori in season 2, and Mary talked about it. But even when they put out the deleted scenes, not there. So it's like they give you the deleted scenes, but we're not going to give you all of them. You know, we're holding some back, which is admittedly it's a little frustrating because you feel like I'm paying for this for that. Um, likely save for season 6. Well, there's apparently some stuff Ralph hinted at that could be used for season 6, but that would have been at the very end. Tori was trying to get Devin out of Cobra Kai. Yeah. Yeah. Cobra Kai, who hosts SNL. Um, I can see Sholo if Blue Beetle keeps taking off, which unfortunately hasn't quite been the case yet. But if his star keeps rising, I can see him making it. Machio and Zapka together would be kind of cool. Actually, I like that idea. Especially well, actually both of them, they do have comedic chops too. So like there's potential there. Peyton List is maybe she's like big with fandom, but she's not the kind of popular that gets you on a host of SNL. Does that make sense? Like she's not that kind of popular. She could still, cross over and get bigger. Um I was gonna say like Millie Bobby Brown hasn't hosted SNL. I don't know if that's something she would want to do. Um, but she is bigger. She's also a younger. I wonder what the youngest host is ever. That's kind of an interesting thought. Who's the youngest host ever of SNL? I'm gonna search that real quick. Just now that we're talking about it, ever this host. Um, from Drew Barrymore. Oh, when she was 7. Shit. Well, that would have been years ago, but yeah. Oh, Macaulay Culkin when he was 11. Fred Savage, that was when he was on the Wonder Years. He was 13. Jodie Foster when she was 14. No, Malcolm Jamal Warner when he was 16. That's actually I could see that. So I guess they have had. Oh, they had Lindsay Lohan when she was 17. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's something. I mean it's possible for all of them, but right now I would say Ralph and Billy are the most likely. And Sholo if his star keeps rising, and Peyton if she can just sort of get that kind of notoriety that gets you on SNL, which maybe is weird. But Michael T. Flicks, go to Michael T. Flicks on Instagram, get your all training. Say good to see you here, man. Sarah's here. Hello, Sarah. Sarah Nuthkin. I don't recognize your name. We have a few people I haven't seen before. So yeah, I don't think I knew about the pie in the film either because it was a deleted scene. Like unless you saw it as a deleted scene somewhere in there, like you didn't you wouldn't have known about it. Or I think it was in the book too, but yeah. Do you think anyone will sweep the leg soon? Maybe in the writer's strike. Someone needs to get the legs swept, right? Zibble mibble. So we'll get some yeah, some leg sweeping here. Wait. Where am I going? Oh, I've fallen behind on the chat. Thank you guys. But Cobra Kai is not the only show on strike. Yes, yeah, Michael D. Flex. So basically, what's going on is the writers and then now the actors are all on strike. So basically, any scripted show of any kind is currently not in production. So yeah, everything's shut down. More Mike Barnes screen time or Kim driving away. They were kind of mid. Yeah, well, I don't think we were going to get more Mike Barnes screen time because everything he shot was like in the episode. So there was literally nothing else. Like um yeah, the Kim driving away, like that could be a scene they may save for season 6 or something, flashback or whatever. Um so yeah. Deleted scenes are deleted for a reason. I agree. Like I am someone like I don't mind watching them, but like come on, let's it, usually you understand why it went. Certainly in this show. Um yeah. Yeah, it was cool with the motorcycle. It was cool. She looks great. Like that's like a cool moment. Um but like telling Big Red to stand guard, like you realize it's kind of just not, it's just not needed. Um, Robbie Torrey scenes were cut and didn't make the Blu-ray, DVD. I don't think there's going to be a Blu-ray. I don't know. They just don't put everything in. Robina. Um, my evening is going well. Glad to see you're an Ahsoka fan. It's Kimber cringy. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, the moment when she drives up on the motorcycle, it looks good. Her talking to the students less good. Um, they should have put that on the DVD, the season 4 DVD. Um, but they played it at that event or something, so it's out there in the netherworld, in the internet now. Let me catch up. I'm trying to catch up on Drew Barrymore hosted at age 7. Yeah. Zibble Mibble. Do you think Terry Silver will ever get bangs? No, no, no. No. Zibble Mibble. Terry Silver's got the ponytail. That's all about it. That's his hair. Martin Cove. Yeah, I would say that's possible. That's possible, but I would almost say Martin Cove is sort of like Peyton List in that he's got a following. He's been, yeah, I mean, obviously he's been around a long time. But I don't think he's like SNL host famous, if that makes sense. Um, like I feel like Ralph is the best shot, and maybe Ralph and Billy together. Diaz nuts, yeah, yeah. Army Men Life production. Hey, long time. Yeah, hello there. 30 years, yeah, redo. Didn't know SNL was still a thing. Yeah, it's basically not. I think broadcast television is gonna die. Why did you change the day you did this? I couldn't do like a Sunday once, and then I did Monday, and it seemed like it went well. So I just figured let's try Monday. I was never like married to a particular day or time. Um, I'm always seemed to be competing with football, but I don't know. So we're just doing Monday nights. I may go back to Sunday. Sometimes I'm still like in the mindset, like Sunday, I'm thinking, oh, I got to do my stream, and I think, and then it's Monday, and I'm like, you so often like in Monday morning now, I'm thinking like, remember to do the stream later tonight, and then it then it comes to like 8 o'clock, and I'm, oh shit, I forgot, um, or something. To a year of dull movies and TV. Possibly. We'll see. Um, John, thank you for the super chat. Silly question of the week. Do. We need a song. Do. Silly question. Who do you think would be likely to get a dog and retire? A. Johnny, B. Daniel, C. Crease, D. Barnes, E. Chosen, or F. Daniel. LOL. Ha ha. Johnny's not retiring. I would say Chosen. E. Chosen. Johnny and Daniel ain't retiring. Crease just isn't like that. Barnes has to rebuild his business. But Chosen. Yeah, that's my answer. The deleted scene. Oh, when they're at the water park. Yeah, it didn't really add anything. From the surprise attack on Tori. That is correct. Zibble Mibble asks, do you think Silver might wear a different colored turtleneck this season? No. The black, the badass billionaire look. That's Silver. Kim has some awkward dialogue. I would kind of agree. I think in some way they weren't always sure how to write her. So she just comes off, I don't know, the way she does. Melissa asks, though I can't see why they deleted it. I thought the scene between Sam and Anthony was especially sweet. When he says that he's fighting for their dad, Sam. With Sam repeating what Daniel said to her in the Senkai Takai, coughing, she really is her father's daughter. And Anthony repeating what she said to Daniel in response. Yes. I think it's a good. It works as like a LaRusso moment, a brother sister moment. That's true, but the work of an editor is hard, and when your episode is running long, sometimes stuff's got to go. So Peyton List needs to go on Dancing with the Stars. Yeah, and by the way, I hear that show is scheduled to come back, even though they technically have WGA writers, so it's struck. That's how I don't even get it, but there you go. Kind of weird. Why Stingray was dressed as Donatello in the book. That is true. We got the blooper on that. Sam looking up for her little brother. She was, yeah. Meh. Yeah. Even scenes, people like or don't like, even, most people's reaction is, yeah, it didn't have to stay. It makes sense for it to go. Running their own dojos. Yeah. Barnes works at Ashley's Furniture to make some extra money. Funny idea. I don't think he would. I think he's gonna try to get his business back. I think Daniel said he would try to make him whole. So there you go. So it was Jersey Tough, but the captions read it as just like you taught. Just like you taught, yeah. Some say Silver is a silver fox. Do you mean like girls who think he's attractive? Ooh, he's a fox, a silver fox. Oh, wait, maybe you don't describe men that way. I guess you could be a silver fox. It's better than a gold fox, right? um, and he is sly like a fox. So yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, and she backed it down. Yeah, the strike is kind of weird in this sense that when they did the last one, all the night show hosts like went back without their writers. And people even reminisced about it and talked about how cool it was and funny. Oh, Conan went there and he didn't have his writers and he just twiddled his ring and whatever, and they didn't do anything, and people like reminisced fondly about all that. So like here comes along Drew Barrymore, who's not Conan, but whatever. She was gonna and she said, like, I'm not gonna have any writers, we'll respect the strike. And they yelled at her anyway. Um okay. Um um but like how is it different than what Conan did? I don't know. It isn't. I think weirdly in the same with Bill Maher. He put out a statement, we'll go back. There will be no writing. There will be no writing. Anything that required writing, we won't do. They said, no, 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 no. That's bad. You're a scab. Um, but why is that? Like, why is that? Why was it a good in the last strike and not good now? It's the same thing. They're doing the same. Well, the rules are different. Like, I don't know. There's just more of like a group think, like a hive mentality or something, or maybe the stakes are higher, and so people are just less willing to do anything like that. I don't know. But um, either way, Drew Barrymore stopped, and Bill Maher just put out a statement today. Since I thought the strike was going to keep going, since they're renegotiating, I will postpone coming back as of now. So that's somebody said essentially. I will not come back as of now, as they're going back to the table, which maybe today. I don't know. I hope they give Kim better dialogue. Suits how threatening her characters. Well, it just you just got to get it, like it's got to show her character and feel somewhat natural. I think that's kind of like the issue there. Can't rip shit up. Netflix does have Cobra Kai, so this is uh Vincent. So basically, under the terms of their contract, Netflix will continue to have the rights for Cobra Kai, at least up to, for 10 years after the last episode airs. So basically, whenever season 6 comes out, they will continue to have exclusive rights to it for 10 years. Theoretically, I guess they could drop that or waive those rights or sell it off. I guess they could sell it off to someone else. But for the most part, you might as well just assume Cobra Kai will stay on Netflix. Keeman, you're here. That's okay. No, don't worry about being late. Barnes got a valuable painting. He did. The only characters in need to die are Grease and Silver. Oof. Bringing out the headman's axe. Is Ahsoka worth watching? Um, the thing with Ahsoka is a few things. Like Dave Filoni, he clearly does understand how to create the feel of Star Wars. Um, which, like, I'm not sure anyone else did up till now. That and it definitely feels like Star Wars, and I think a lot of the fans are reacting to that. Um, It touches the nostalgia. Like, I'm not even like the biggest Ahsoka fan. I've seen some Clone Wars, not all of it, but I thought it was cool seeing young Ahsoka. And I liked seeing Anakin. Did any of it actually make sense? No. Um, and even when you have a lot of good stuff with the member berries, the flashbacks and stuff, like the other storyline, I thought was really dumb. There really is a lot of dumb. Um, but so what? You love Star Wars. It feels like Star Wars. It's got good stuff going for it. It had Anakin. That's all good. Like, I can't say no to that. I am enjoying it more than probably even more than I enjoyed. Yeah, Mandalorian. Mandalorian was good. The first two seasons anyway. But it was like short, and then it was like done, and it didn't quite. It felt like it almost had the feeling of Star Wars, but it couldn't pull it off. So in respects, yeah, Ahsoka's better than all that. It's just not. It's just still has a lot of problems, and I'm not sure it will stand the test of time. How do you know some will die? Some of them will die. Do you think season 6 Samatori will be sort of like yin yang? Um Sam being the yin and Tori being the yang. Yeah, I figured that's what you meant. Yeah, I mean, you can do that with a lot of the characters. You can make that comparison for Johnny and Daniel too, for sure. Or broadly like the Cobra Kai Miyagi Do or something. So yes, I think that can be there somewhere. ABC will show all the Monday Night Football games. Do they have the rights to it? I don't know this. I haven't followed it. Um, whoever has the rights to it is the one who's going to show it. ESPN doesn't have it, did it? Oh, unless it was ESPN, which is Disney, which also owns ABC. In which case they were like, screw it, we're just going to put it on ABC. I guess that's possible. Maybe. Um, so what you're saying makes sense. And I lost your comment. I'm sorry. Melissa, you have to go. Thank you for coming in. They haven't even talked. I don't know if there was any additional talking since the strike. The studios talked with the Writers Guild a month ago or whenever that was, but yeah. But I think there's been no pivot back to the actors. The studios canceled meetings with the writers, unless that was just today. I don't know. I didn't hear that. Um, like unless that was just today, but I haven't heard anything. Let me see. I don't see them canceling meetings. Oh, resume talks on Wednesday. Here, I pulled it up. I'm reading. We've confirmed the schedule to bargain this week, starting on Wednesday. So whatever you heard, it wasn't today. Okay. Yeah, WGA put out so they're gonna talk. When's Wednesday? Today's Monday, so they're gonna in 2 days. We'll see if they have a deal. And remember, even if they reach a deal, it still has to be voted on by the union. linear television is finished in the next 10 years. Yeah, in 10 years is kind of optimistic. We're for workers, but anyone who tries to work when we strike is going to be attacked. Does anyone like? Is it okay if the accountant goes into work? You work for the studio. Oh well, I got to do the accounting or the janitors. Like, who can work and who can't? Um, when do you think Cobra Kai is going? Yeah, not for a while, dude. Yeah, it's looking more and more like 2024 may not happen. I would love at the end of 24, like that New Year's, but based on the anticipated shooting schedule, things probably got to wrap up pretty soon. You think season 6 is going to be worth it for the long wait, or will it be a letdown? I think it will be worth it. Do not despair. Do not despair. I mean that. I think it'll be worth it, and I think there will be just mind blowing awesome. The wait sucks, but I think it'll pay off. Do you think the writers striking first and striking hard with no mercy? At least some of them are. Some of them. Right? The Cobra Kai writers did, but so we'll see. They did strike first compared to the actors, but that was because their contract was up. Are they striking hard? I guess we'll have to see. The no mercy party, I guess we'll have to see on the final deal. I the mood seems to be no mercy, but sometimes that's just what you're reading online. You don't know. Like what will happen? What is actually agreed to? What will they actually agree to? I'm not sure. We'll see. People only now realize how young and Ahsoka were in the Clone Wars. I think people knew, but it was just like the way it is. Like in a way, I don't even mind it. And like I said in like my video, it's kind of like a fantasy thing. Um, we watch fantasy for something different. Like this isn't meant to be like real life. Like you wouldn't want this in real life. But for fantasy, it's fun, right? Like that's sort of the point. But like seeing her dealing with that and everything, it's good stuff. Yeah. I hope you're referring. I made a video on that, young Ahsoka. You didn't like Anakin. Might have been the writing. I don't know what you're reacting to specifically. I feel like the prequels had trouble with Attack of the Clones. It was probably the most poorly written, just because I think that is it was George Lucas's weakest spot was Attack of the Clones. He just can't write like good love, and so Hayden Christensen did what he could with what he had, right? He didn't have the best script. Like it was just the way it was imagined. It didn't come together really well. You'll change your mind. Yeah. I think Hayden Christensen was really good in some ways better in this latest episode than he was in the prequels. For whatever it was, the Anakin Ahsoka stuff was well written, and honestly, I think, and I said this in my videos, guys, please watch them and like them because it's hard to get audience for this, but it was like great chemistry with him and young Ahsoka, Ariana Greenblatt, I think her name, or yeah, is her name. That was really good. They worked together. They clicked together. Like there was a chemistry. Like it was well written and well performed. Better than the old Ahsoka. I'm not a Rosario Dawson fan. Tanner playing Peter Parker. No, Tanner is not Peter Parker. Dude, Peter Parker is like the nerdy, scrawny kid. Like Tanner is like, have you seen how many abs he has? And Mary, I mean, okay, I get it. You're fan casting Mary as Mary Jane and Peyton List as Gwen Stacy, but yeah, just not doesn't click though. I don't see Tanner as Peter Parker, and and frankly, I don't see Mary as Mary Jane either. Um, I guess Peyton as Gwen Stacy's close, or she could pull it off, but they're all too old now anyway. They'll simulcast. Yeah, that's what I figured. They're doing it all. Yeah, makes sense. If you could delete one character from Cobra Kai, who would it be and why? Ooh, Zibble Mibble. Who don't we need? Samantha? Robbie? Eh? Seasons 1 and 2, I would actually say Robbie. Daniel? No. If you want to like a main character, I would say Stingray. I think the show can survive without him. Otherwise, we haven't had Cobra Kai 6 news in ages. Yeah, we haven't because there's no news to give. There's just until the strikes are over. And by the way, Cobra Kai doesn't go back until both. So if the writers make a deal, but the actors still have to make a deal. They need both to finish. So what is the longest writer strike? It was about 6 months or something. Yeah, it was in 88. Was it 5 months? Was it 5 months? Yeah, 5, 6 months. Oh, an article you saw a few weeks ago. Yeah, dude, an article a few weeks ago is just way too out of date. Like, Jacob Bertrand is Peter Parker. Hannah Capel is Mary Jane Watson. No, I don't see Hannah as Mary Jane Watson. And Annalisa Cochran is Gwen Stacy. Maybe, but yeah. I think we're going to see with an earring. For me to do that, okay. A tournament loss evaporated her existence. Yeah, Piper wasn't there because it adds too many questions they don't want to answer. Like why are people more focused on Devin and not Piper because they wanted to just put the focus on Devin. So Piper was at ballet camp or whatever gymnastics camp. Will the marketing for? I hope so. One more badass Aisha moment. Well, I can't say badass Aisha moment, but and an Aisha moment. Anakin 19 and Ahsoka's 14. Yeah. And then the Clone Wars go on a few years, so they aged up a couple. Star Wars was fine and discarded George's opinions. I agree with you. Maybe my most foolish thing was having faith originally. I went and saw The Force Awakens opening day. Not midnight showing, but opening day. Went with my girlfriend. I enjoyed it. I was happy, but it was downhill from there. Tanner's like the Flash. That could be. Red Hood in DC. I don't know that. He auditioned for Peter. Did he say that? I mean, I believe you, but I don't know where he would have said that. I never saw that. A better Flash, Jacob or Tanner? Um, I, I, that's an interesting question. I guess you're asking Cinnamon fan, but yeah, I find that an interesting question. But I don't know enough about the Flash to answer. Like I don't have like an ideal in my head. Keeman, you think the strike's going to keep going? Well, we'll see if they make a deal this week or next week. We get parts of season 6 in 2024. Yeah, Saints Row, I definitely think you're right. Like it's not like ruled out yet. It's in the ballpark. Is Amanda hot when she's mad? Okay. Some would say she's hot all the time. Said that in a podcast. Was it their podcast, the Lone Lobos or whatever it was? Calm silver with the long hair. He looks good with it. Yeah. Maybe. Gianni's a little different though. Are you going to watch the Five Nights at the Movie watch party? I don't know what you're referring to. Is that a show or a movie? Oh, Jacob and Cholo with the Cameron Kaskis podcast. Yeah. I don't know who that is, but I'll believe you. That's fine. Season 5. Stranger Things seems longer. They've been saying for a while now, year-long shoot for Stranger Things. Um, Five Nights at Freddy. I don't know what that is. Are you going to check out One of Us is Lying? I actually watched the first couple episodes of that, but didn't watch anymore. Why do they keep having strikes? Well, that's a tough one. It's just especially the what they get paid has definitely declined, and they had like pay structures and everything was good, but it was based on the old system of broadcast television, of syndication, and then movies in the theater, and then DVD sales and everything. And with streaming, Netflix and everything, it's just changed so much that the old compensation structures, this is for writers, well, actually for actors too, for writers and actors. The compensation structure is just, isn't there. And so, they're losing the talent, that is the writers, and are just losing so much from what they used to make. And so they're trying to basically force the issue and say, hey, we still want to make, we still, we're losing. So we want to make some of that back. And the studios don't want to give it, right? They say, we deserve, or we want this much. And then the other side says, we're willing to pay this much, and they can't agree. Do you think you'll do videos for the show Why Women Kill? Is that one of those murder shows? Would they call them like murder porn, or is that like Snapped or Cold Case Files or whatever? Do you think you'll do videos? I probably won't do videos for the show. Also, do you know Why Women Kill? No, I do not. Not specifically, unless I'm right. When do you think the trailer comes out? Hopefully next year. whenever the show comes out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Industry changes and pay structures that were good under the previous system are no longer good. Worst remake, reboot, reimagining. Well, I don't watch them all. So if something looks bad, I just won't watch it, which is probably hurts my YouTube channel because it's better to watch everything and make videos and even just bitch at it. This sucked. I knew it was going to suck, but here's a video saying why it sucked, and those get a lot of views. But so hmm, I don't know. People said Cowboy Bebop was bad. I didn't see it or the original, so I mean, I don't know. I don't have a good answer for you. Um, I was just saw that some people were talking about the upcoming Frasier reboot. There's a new Frasier coming out featuring Frasier, and he's going to be with his son. It's kind of like trying to redo Frasier, but without the characters you loved, without Niles and Daphne. It's just Frasier, and now like with his son instead of his dad, it's his son. Um, yeah, I don't know. I have a bad feeling about that. Looks like the kid from Stranger Things. You mean Mike? Mike, yeah, Mike Wheeler. Except he's a lot taller than Mike, at least somewhat. Why women kill is scripted by the guy who did Housewives. Oh, Desperate Housewives wasn't bad. I watched at least a few seasons of that back in the day. Not much though. Are you gonna watch Obliterated? Yes. Yes. I made a video on that. Guys, check the channel if you didn't see it. I put it out last week. A video on Obliterated, just like a little bit of a preview. I will talk about it. We'll see how big it gets. But I'm also doing the podcast too, Obliterated Companion, with Peter from Cobra Kai Companion. So we're going to be doing the podcast, and I will at least make a video, some videos about the trailer and a review, and we'll see what else. I can't tell you how much I'm going to do beforehand, because it just depends. Like, do I have stuff to talk about, or is it just like a one video and done? Like Twisted Metal, I decided like one video and done, but we'll see with Obliterated. You still believe someone is going to die in Cobra Kai? Yeah. Well, the gap between seasons isn't affect whether someone's going to die or not. Yeah, probably a year. Are you talking to me? Are you talking about Cobra Kai season 6 late this year? Never. That was never going to happen. It'll be in production this year, even if the strike ended tomorrow. The Bionic Woman reboot, probably. Oh! I have an answer for you for worst reboot. You guys need to see this. Did you guys know they made a show, um Uncle Buck? Do you know that it was a John Hughes film? And they made um so they did like a reboot of Uncle Buck. Um and like you wouldn't believe it unless you saw it. Um There's an Uncle Buck preview. Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Who's living life to some kind of rhythm? It's
Uncle Buck. Uncle Buck.
Who's going crazy, taking everybody with him? It's Uncle Buck. He was born to be loud.
Oh, man. Okay. I don't know. It just looks like, oh my God. What just happened? What did I just watch? Is this? Yeah. I don't even know. Do we even want any more of that? Yeah. An Uncle Buck reboot. Thomas Ian Griffith, possibly if it leads to any roles. He's mostly a writer now, but he's got talent. Like he's out there. They redid Tiny Toons. It's bad. I'm sure it is. There was like a redo of DuckTales, I think, that sucked. On Disney something. Yeah. Well, everyone's waiting to see what happens to Mike. Netflix interest in game development. I don't think it was necessarily game development, but like they wanted like the Netflix app or something that you could play games on it. So yeah, there was something going on with games. I think it's out there. Like I think you can use it. Kelsey Grammer, I've heard sucks. Sucks how. Greer and Spencer are great. Okay. What do you think of the cast of the new Willie? Is there a new one? I don't even know. Zoe 102 is not me. Didn't see it. Didn't see Zoe 101. So I don't know. Never gonna watch that. I heard about the Uncle Buck show, but I never saw it. Yeah. Yeah. Never saw it. Yeah. Did they reboot Saved by the Bell? I don't even know. The original ran for like 20 some years. 17 years. There's a new iCarly. Oh, there was, isn't there? 90 shows not good. Yeah. I mean, reboots suck more often than not, right? How do you want it to end? Well, I want it to end well. 90 show was okay. They def bucked this up. They need to leave the 80s alone. Yeah, maybe just stick with Karate Kid. Uncle Buck looks wacky as hell. There's a little show. There's a little show called Reboot. No, 90s was great, but poorly written. Okay. The DuckTales reboot is great. If you say so. Like I never watched it, but I did see like the animation and it looked bad to me. Like it was like this sort of animation I think looks ridiculous. It's a prequel, Willy Wonka. Oh God. I don't care. I never liked that film. Like when I was in school, I remember a couple of times they showed that movie and everyone was like, "Oh, yeah, yeah," like all the other kids. And I there's been several times in my life where I look around at my peers and think, "What the hell is wrong with you guys?" No, I didn't think that movie was good at all. I never enjoyed Willy Wonka. A third Uncle Buck generation. Hugh Grant plays an Oompa Loompa. Yeah, I'm sure he does. Hugh Grant, man, he gets around. He does really good. Oh, was he one of the doctors from Doctor Who? I never watched Doctor Who, so I don't care. I do think I remember hearing about that. But the show still looked dumb. Like you're never gonna win me over with an actor. I mean, in this case, it's an actor I don't know. But you know, they could have Billy Zabka doing it, and it's not like I'm gonna love it because Billy Zabka's in it. You'll never win me over with an actor. Yeah, Creed. Yeah, Maverick was good last year. Top Gun Maverick, great. Does the doctor? I think it's technically a continuously running show. What are you looking forward to in season 6 of Cobra Kai? The Sakai Takai, um, some sort of grand finale, definitely some resolution with Johnny and everyone. I mean, I guess those are the main points. You know, surprises. David Tennant is in everything. Voice the robot. Oh, is that the lightsaber robot? That droid? Is that who you mean? I don't even know. I guess that droid was in the cartoon. Um, like I don't know it well enough to recognize that. Like I recognized the guy who plays Rex. Like they had his voice in one of those flashback scenes. I recognized that, but like I'm not like I said, like I'm not as like diehard Clone Wars the way some people are. Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. Okay, Barbie. Barbie. Ooh. Justin's staking his ground. Strays, Gran Turismo, and Equalizer 3. Fair enough. Fair enough. Doctor Who is canon in Cobra Kai. Yes. Doctor Who is canon. They mentioned him in season 2. But that's okay. Cobra Kai is supposed to like theoretically take place in the real world. And keep in mind, in Cobra Kai, Ralph Macchio is a real person. There's Daniel LaRusso in Cobra Kai, but there's an actor named Ralph Macchio in Cobra Kai. That's how real it is. And in William Zabka too, by the way. There's a William Zabka. But then we're gonna crack into the Twilight Zone, so we gotta be careful. Maverick was more of a sequel than a reboot. You are correct. I would say that is correct. I talked about Ahsoka a little bit. Yeah, I don't think it needs hate. Like, I think it definitely feels Star Wars, more than anything. It has a great Star Wars feel to it. I do think there's some flaws in it. As if you watch my videos, I pointed out, there's stuff that doesn't make sense, and I'm not sure it'll stand the test of time. Like once the kind of like nostalgia feeling fades, but it is good. I'm enjoying Ahsoka probably more than any other Star Wars show. It's way better than like Kenobi. So at least it's got that going for it. Series worse by rebooting old memories. No, I don't think so. Not yet, anyway. Nobody ever asks about Anush. That is correct, Zibble Mibble, and I'm glad you brought him up. For you guys who didn't know, I should point this out. I need to find that. I was on live with um I forget his name at the moment. Shows what kind of fan I am. On Instagram live with him back a while ago, a couple years ago, and I said like, "Oh, Anusha's my favorite side character." Or like minor character, and he's like minor character. So yeah, good one. What was your favorite season of Cobra Kai? Season 1. What will become of the dealerships? They'll stay in business. People are still buying cars, at least until 2022, 2023, when everything goes to hell. But yeah. Wonder if we'll get a Peyton List reference. Probably not. Probably not. You're the first person to get my name right. Why, thank you. I better not try again. I don't want to jinx myself. I'm happy I did, Sarah. So that's why we come to Watch Party. Like I'm not perfect, but I would say I'm better than the average American in pronunciations. So take that for whatever you want. But I do think I'm better than the average person. Not perfect. I'm not the best, but I think usually I can recognize what's going on with like the letters. You understand like regional things and stuff. You can get pronunciations. What do you think will happen with Silver in jail? Not much. I think it's mostly off screen. And eventually he just gets out because of bad evidence or something. So eventually he gets out. And then when he's out, all bets are off. You thought it was a horrible idea. I mostly did too. Like I rolled my eyes because I thought like it was like I had read that YouTube, it was on YouTube, was wanted to get into like a streaming service like Netflix. It's like, and then my reaction was like, oh, so they want to get into a streaming. And so what do? Is they grab some property that was some nostalgia, something from the past to lure people in to get their service. And in my reference to that was like the way Paramount was putting out Star Trek exclusively on Paramount Plus. So, and I was a Star Trek fan. It's like, well, if you're a Star Trek fan, I guess you got to get Paramount Plus. But I kind of resented that. Have you seen Ted 1 and Ted 2? I have not actually. And I am a Seth MacFarlane fan, so yeah. Bad time in life, I guess. Pacing and story beats were nice. You're talking to him. He's busy dating Daniel's cousin, yeah. Speaking of which, guys, I'm working on a video right now. I'm editing it. The top 5 couples of Cobra Kai. Couples dash relationships. Hopefully I hope to have that out tomorrow. Top 5 couples of Cobra Kai. Did you expect Dewey Danush to date Louis' sister? No. Come on, nobody did. Nobody expected that. Come on. Totally left field, but it was fun. It worked. That movie was so cringe. Oh, that's on Netflix, right? Oh, yeah, that's the one with Jennifer Lawrence. I saw you guys talking about it. Where she's like dating an 18-year-old boy or something. It's kind of weird, but like, whatever. Saved by the Pails instead of Saved by the Bell. Okay. Oh, Saved by the Bell. Yeah, that was bad, that reboot. I watched the first episode and was distraught at how bad it was. Hope Silver gets the same therapist. Don't we all? Do you think Silver might flee the country while on bail? No, I don't think he has to. Does anyone here watch The Boys? It's popular. People have recommended it to me. I just haven't gotten to it. Chosen. Chosen is Michael T. Flex's man. He loves him some Chosen. Daniel and Johnny are number one couple. Aha, yes, yes. Robana agrees with you. Robana agrees with you. Hope season 6 ends good. Yeah, I think it will. Kima, it's funny how one of Sam's friends mentioned to torture, but Anthony was already tortured. Well, he wasn't tortured. Yeah. When do you think the strike will end? If we're lucky, what are we, mid-September, by the end of the month, if these negotiations go well. If it doesn't happen this time, I don't know. They dig in, I guess. I guess they dig in. Strays in live action. I have no desire to see that movie. If the big three would have been creators. Yeah, actually, one of them, I think it was Hayden, said they kind of liked the idea of doing it. They had like ideas, but they have an exclusive agreement with Sony, so they couldn't do it because Sony does not own that property. So free the strikes, let the show continue. There you go, Michael T. Flex. You know what you got to do, Michael T. Flex, is you got to walk in like NGO Champ. You know how he in his videos he walks in and it kicks the thing like the people are in like suits and making a deal. You just like walk in, waving your arms, kick it out. No, you did that. You get back to work. Get back to work. This stuff's got to end. Get back to work. You wouldn't get your hopes up. Yeah. Unless the way I'm reading it, what's going on, I'm really not sure it will. Because I just feel like the writers aren't going to accept anything. Like, yeah, I think even if the negotiating team accepts it and sends it to a vote, like unless it's like essentially what they're asking for, I feel like it gets voted down. I could be wrong. It could be, but like, you don't know what the union, the bit broad, you know what like people on Twitter are saying, but that's not everyone, right? So I don't know, but there seems to be such more of a hive mentality that like even if they think they get a good deal, and I'm referring to like the negotiators, maybe it gets voted down. That would be interesting. But we're not at that point yet, so we'll have to see. What TV reboot would you like to see? None of them. I don't necessarily know if there's a reboot I'm looking for. Do you think Miguel and Sam are going to end up together? Yes, I think they already have in a way. Yeah, we need that from Indio, Jeff. Yeah. He can get them in line, man. He can get them in line real fast. Thank you, Keeman, for coming on in. Just focus on base pay residuals. Yeah, that's my take on it. Like I think also, yeah, the minimum required writers or something seems like has always struck me as something that you don't need. Like television's been around for 70 years. It's not required. But like when you read so many people saying this is what's most important, they're just saying like most important. I don't know, man. I don't know. so much money. Yeah, basically the last strike was getting anything from streaming because originally they were getting nothing from streaming. And so like the idea of getting even anything in any way was basically the root of the last strike. And apparently, frankly, maybe they didn't make a good deal because now they're like streaming has only gotten bigger and they're still not getting much. Like they're getting less than ever. Like so it sounds like maybe they made a bad deal the last time. Roots sucks. Who do you think will win the tournament? I think the Miyagi-Do Cobra Kai team wins. It seems you don't watch a lot of surprising since you like making videos like that. That's true. My sister said that to me. You don't know. You talk about television, but you don't watch much. The truth of the matter is, like, my personality is something like if I don't think it's going to be good, I don't watch it. If I am watching it, and I don't think it's good, I quit. I watched like 2.5 episodes of Kenobi, and I stopped. Like I was kind of looking forward to it. Actually, my sister was really looking forward to it randomly because she's a big Ewan McGregor fan. And like we watched a couple episodes and just nope, done. Like it's just like, yeah. But like when something's really good, I'll really, really dive into it, as you've seen with Cobra Kai. It's just that shit doesn't come around very often. Says what we're all thinking about reboots. Yeah. It's true, but I mean they're their own beasts. Movie reboots, TV reboots, all become future parents. You could argue they're future parents now. That is, they're not parents now, but they will be parents in the future. I think the Mohawk will continue to grow out. So that's where he's at. As much as you do with Cobra Kai. Yeah, pretty much same here. Doing streams. Do you know there's people I don't know if you got D-Day Cobra Jeremy from Geese and Gamers. Like he'll do like 3 hours of streaming, 4 hours of streaming every night. With a lot of audience and shit. Like I don't think I can do that much. I'm thinking of ways of like expanding this. Like I could talk more. I could put more up on the screen. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll work on this. But yeah, strike talks return on Wednesday. New season, no stars, no morals. That's Dancing with the Stars. The talk. Oh, you know what I read? The View had writers, WGA writers, The View, that show no one watches, and what they did is they just fired their writers, so they became no longer a writing show. So it's not technically a struck show, as they say. Do you think he would have purple hair in season 5 if he was never shaved? Possibly, yeah. Some sort of triple date, maybe, or at least a double date. Miguel, Sam, Robbie, and Tori. I think will be 20 playing 13. Yeah, maybe 14, but yeah. Martin Cole was at the peak playing a villain when he lost Dancing the Stars. Yeah. Yeah, he got robbed. He was just too old. He was never going to dance well enough. It was kind of like set up to fail. It wasn't fair. Okay, guys, we'll take a break right now. I think gonna cut it here. Like I said, video coming out on the couples. I'll probably do another Ahsoka video. Please watch those. Please subscribe. Please like them. Like it just helps because got to do more in terms of views. So that's it for now. Thank you everyone for chiming on in. Thank you for the continued loyalty. I'll see you at the next watch party.